All right, it's Friday night. It's time for the after show. We're trying to keep this on schedule because it'd be funny having an after show on a Sunday, but that's probably going to happen sooner or later. So we got this going, man. We got the Mooger, Fooger, and Tim Rasnick. What's up, brothers?
What's happening?
Nothing, man.
Good Friday night, man. Thanks for pulling it together and bringing us together. And we're going to talk a couple of topics and I'll let you take it from there, Mark.
Well, what topics did you have before I get into the other thing?
Okay. I have like three quick topics to talk about. Some of it might be old news, some of it might be new news. I don't know. These are things I haven't discussed anywhere actually. But the news of Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar not being asked at this point to be included in what Alex is doing with Steve Lukather. And I don't know, what are your thoughts on that, guys?
I agree. We're gonna have this topic on BS, so remember this, Tim. Don't say I said it on the other show. You still need to talk about it on BS. But I think Alex is dumb. It should be an instrumental album. You shouldn't have any other singer on there besides Roth or Hagar, or just have Roth on there. Because I believe Michael Anthony's right. He said, "Why are you going to ruin the legacy by bringing another singer in here?" They tried to get Paul Rogers, for God's sake, to be on the fucking album. No, Alex, get your head out of your fucking ass, dude. Just
Hmm.
make it an instrumental album. We'll be fine with that. We'd love to hear Eddie play. We don't need a singer on there. We don't need it. That's just my opinion.
We'll see what comes of it. I don't know. Uh, um, I don't know, man. It's Alex Van Halen. I mean, if he wants to call it Van Halen, he wants to bring in Bozo the fucking clown to sing, whatever. I guess he wants to do with the legacy, but we'll see what comes. What do you think, Tim?
Well, I agree. I mean, you could probably do an instrumental, although you know, I haven't heard the songs, so I don't know if they were, you know, written as instrumentals or if they were written as full songs. I don't don't know. I've never even
Right.
heard the titles of these songs.
Right, man. So it's a big mystery of what's
They
even there.
could,
What are they working on? What
yeah,
what is it?
exactly. They
So,
could technically. And I hate to say this. I fucking hate to say this. I can't believe I'm saying it. They
uh-oh.
could bring in Gary Sharon because he has a past with Van Halen
Yeah.
to
I
sing
mean, I
this
think
album.
anything's possible. Nobody knows really what's going on right now, so it's all
Yeah, it's
everyone's,
all, you know,
yeah, it's
who
just all
knows?
hearsays right now. I mean, we don't know what's going
Who
on and
knows if it's even gonna see the light of day?
right. And it could be a whole bunch of, hoopla about nothing, but
Yeah, at
yeah, we're
this
gonna see
point,
how that
who
we'll
knows?
see how that pans out. But I mean, it's no surprise that Mike and Sammy weren't asked. I mean, that they've been so far away from the Van Halen camp for so long now. I don't really see it being repaired,
Well,
but
I don't understand. Sammy, I get. I get the whole Sammy thing. I've never understood why they're so pissed off at Mikey Anthony.
because
He's the
he
whipping
sided
boy.
with Sammy.
I understand that, except he has never given up on Van Halen. He has always been the flag bearer for Van Halen.
He's never talked
Always,
smack.
first and foremost. And it's like, from what I understand, he's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet.
Right.
And they keep shitting on him. I mean,
Yeah. Hmm.
you know, even even Alex is shitting on him. And it's like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, it's not like he fucked your wife or anything like that. I mean,
No.
you know, uh, this isn't a Richie Kotzen, deal. So I don't understand what the problem is. They can't even when it even even if it's away from music, they can't say anything nice about him. And I don't get that because he was
Right.
there right from the start.
Right, right.
And
So there can be this big division over Roth era, Sammy era, whatever. I get that, man. That's all been good conversation. But like Mikey was there from the get-go.
from the jump,
Yeah, and like you said, he's still waving the flag. He has never given up on Van Halen and I
and that's another avenue because from what I understand, well, like before Mikey joined Van Halen, he was a lead singer in bands.
oh yeah.
He could sing. He can sing.
Yeah,
He
man.
could do the vocals on this.
I mean, come on, man. You can't listen not even only to the classics, even in the Sammy Hagar era. You can instantly pick Mikey out in those background vocals, those harmonies that
Mm-hmm.
he's doing is like, oh, there he is, man. There he is. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. They can bring in anybody else who can sing just as well. It'll never be Mike.
Do you know what pisses me off? How everybody says, "Oh, it was Eddie and Mike singing the background vocals. It was Eddie who added to the harmonies." Uh, I hear the same background vocals with Sammy on The Circle. I hear the same background vocals on fucking Chicken Foot. It was
Yeah.
all fucking Michael Anthony. Stop this shit.
By the way, that wasn't everybody saying that. That was Eddie saying that.
Well, everybody has taken
Because he's got
Eddie's
to be
side.
involved in everything. He can't
Other
just let.
other podcasts have taken what Eddie said to truth. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are full shit
Yeah,
because
well,
you just because you don't like Sammy, you're not gonna go listen to fucking what Michael's doing with him. It's the same fucking tone, the same fucking
yeah.
harmonies that was in Van Halen. But you guys are so fucking bent out of shape about Sammy, you're not gonna give Michael any fucking credit. Fuck you.
That's kind of what like it's almost guilt by association. So like because Mikey went and did things with Sammy when Van Halen was disbanded or whatever, I think a lot of fans were like, "Oh, I see where Mike Anthony's loyalties lie. It must be with Sammy, not with Eddie." And he needed to make a living too. Just because he was in Van Halen does not mean that he was set full of riches and never had to work a day in his life. He still had to be creative. He still
That's what
needed to get
people
out
don't
there
seem
and
to
make
get
music.
is these are working, keyword there, working musicians.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Believe me, the money dries up.
Yeah, really quick. If you love your
If you're
lifestyle, you
not
need to support it.
constantly making it, yeah,
Right.
it dries up.
So, I mean, I think everyone has a viewpoint on what's going on with that, but we'll wait and see, man. It's too early for me to really make a lot of comment on it. But the other little news story is it's old news because it spread so fast, but Metallica have announced their Sphere residency
Yeah.
for basically the end, the back end of 26 here.
Do you have $3,000 I could borrow?
What's that?
You have $3,000 I could borrow for tickets?
Well, I've got my pre-sale code. I'm gonna dig in next week and see what the prices
Well,
are and see
these might be
what we can swing.
ticket scalpers already putting their prices up, but the
I
prices I've
know.
seen, I
I
go,
know. It's gonna
if
be a
you're
shit
gonna
show.
go, dude, I'll pay you. Get me a fucking ticket. I'll fucking drive there to meet you.
Oh my God. We're gonna take a look at things, man. It's
Well, if
not
you
off the
do,
table
dude,
yet,
I
but we're
got
gonna see. But anyway, I think that would be I can't, even if I don't get to go, I hope to hear many reviews of how they transformed everything.
I'm
Now
just saying
I've seen one show in there that was just like it was called Postcards from the Earth, I think is what it was called.
if you could find tickets for $150 each, get me two. I'll give you the $300.
Dude, if I can find $150 ticket for that place, I'm gonna get like everybody I know a ticket. But
I will
it
pay
could be
you
nothing.
back. You know
If
I'm
I
good
could
for it.
find them for that price, I'd get as many as I could and sell
Yeah.
No shit. So
I'll take
no,
me,
man.
me and Audra will go, man. I've always wanted to go to the Spirit. I wanted to see
Mhm.
you two so bad when they opened
Oh
that
yeah.
place, dude.
Yeah. See, that's what I'd be interested to see like a concert in the sphere. I saw the like the movie experience where it's all around you, below you, ahead, I mean, you don't know what's
You
up
got a
and down. And
subwoofer under your seat. Each
oh
seat
yeah,
has a subwoofer under there, man.
they like shake, they vibrate, they move slightly. It's not an amusement ride. It just gives you an experience and it's fucking amazing. I love it.
I don't know.
I wanted to go see the Wizard of Oz there. It was like
Yeah.
135 bucks a ticket. It's like, oh
When I was
fuck.
going to shows way back in the day, I remember I paid 20 bucks to go see Aerosmith at the Norfolk Scope, and they were general admission tickets, and I was literally on the barricade.
Wow.
Okay, but Tim,
And
how much were you making an hour back then?
I was in the military, so I was making about 300 bucks every 2 weeks.
Okay, 300 bucks every 2 weeks. You make that now. You take Aerosmith tickets with inflation. Oh my God.
But what I'm saying is because like I bought the tickets and we had like a month before the show was. That whole month, I was going 20 bucks for a ticket. Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Right.
God damn, that's a lot of money, And I'm like, should I have done
What
it?
year?
Should I,
What what year was that?
1985.
That's a lot of money in 85, man.
Yeah.
My first concert was Kiss Asylum, and that was 1986. And that ticket was 12.50. And that
Yeah,
was
because
starting.
I had seen Judas Priest and Iron Maiden in '82, and the ticket was 10 bucks
There you go.
for both
Yeah,
of them.
man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Woo.
I was like,
What
and
a bargain.
even then, because I was like 82, I was
Uh,
16, 15,
yeah, man.
15.
Still $10 is kind of
And
steep in
I was like,
82, man.
Jesus, I don't know, man, 10 bucks, huh?
The first ticket that ever broke like the $15 barrier was uh Metallica. I think it was 88 or 8. It was definitely 89 on the Injustice for All tour. And the cult was opening, and so it was the cult Metallica, and that ticket was 16.50, and that's the most I'd ever paid for a ticket up to that point. And I'd kill for that ticket price. Anyway, I go
hmm
to the movies and it's $36 for two
hmm
tickets.
Easy.
You could thank the politicians for these ticket prices.
And then that's not even including popcorn or
Yeah.
sodas or that's just ticket
That's
price.
why my wife brings a big purse and we just sneak the candy and the the drinks in, a couple of Mountain Dews, some Mike and Ike's, we're good to go. So
All right. Yeah, and I would look.
that's really it. That's all I got really.
All right, man. We were talking about, I was listening to our Badlands episode that's out right now, so go listen to it because it's really good. I was listening to it today and we were talking about 1991 because, and I'm looking at the list of albums that came out in 1991. It was overshadowed by Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, but then you had these albums that fell through the cracks. You got like Dangerous Toys, Helios Acres. Great fucking album right there. You got Danger, Danger, Screw It. Yes, I like Danger, Danger. My favorite, the Cult album, Ceremony, fucking fell through the cracks.
hmm
Fucking, that's a great fucking album. You got Alice Cooper, Hey Stupid, which was, it was okay. You saw some of it.
Mm.
Contraband sucked.
That's when Alice decided to go poppy.
Yeah, Bullet Boys Freak Show, a fucking great album. I don't know who this Badlands Voodoo Highway. We're talking about that. And one of the fucking, I just noticed this album that we didn't fucking bring up. Armored Saint, Symbol of fucking Salvation. My God, that is a fucking great album. That's when John Bush goes, fuck, I ain't making any money. We just made our best fucking album. I'm going to fucking Anthrax. That's the album that
Right.
pushed him out because he's fucking right. You motherfuckers didn't give Armored Saint the time of fucking day. Anytime in history, you guys fucking suck. That band rules.
And they're still
No.
not giving them the time of day. So
No.
No, they got on a wrong label, man.
yeah.
Chrysalis is not a hard rock
Unless
metal
you're Huey Lewis
label.
and the News and Pat
Chrysalis was
Benatar.
Blondie,
Right.
Well, I
you
just
know,
said Huey Lewis and the
Pat
News or
Benatar.
Or
top
Pat
40
Benatar,
acts.
I was going to say the only two albums I ever knew on Chrysalis was Blondie and Pat Benatar. Those were the two artists I knew on Chrysalis. I
Mhm.
never knew Armored Saint was on Chrysalis Records.
yeah. And then also we got Infectious Groove, the plague that makes your body move. They only had one song on MTV's Therapy. That whole album fucking rules, dude. I think that fell through the cracks.
Trouble
Great
with these
fuck.
bands is that sign with these labels that are not meant for them
Yeah.
at all is they really don't have time to research a label. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
It's like, we're signing you to a contract. Oh my God, yeah, I made the big time. And it's just,
Right, right, right.
And then you
Sign me
got
all your publishing. I'll give you 25 grand. I'll give you a 50 grand merch
I
advance.
won't
And then
even
by
give
the
you a
way,
100 grand to record it.
and you owe
You got to
all
pay
of
it
that
back,
back to
but
us. It's all recuperable. Yep.
and then you got Kix Hotwire. Fucking great album.
you know how many
Really good.
bands that I would read because it at least every record label I ever dealt with or was associated with or whatever you want to call it. They would send you like a pre-contract contract, and it would go over what the contract is you're going to sign says. And number one, bands never read them fucking things, and hey, we gotta, so even just glancing over it, I would be like, well, and they would the band would, because we meet, and the band would be like, we're getting $100,000 to record. I'm like, no, you're not. Because, yeah, it says so. We're getting $100,000 to record. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to pay it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
So you're
happened to
not
Kix.
getting anything.
That's
They're granting you X amount of money to record an album for them.
All right.
This
like I
isn't
just
your album. This is their album.
but I'm saying Kix Hot Wire Girl Money, that's a fucking great album. I
Yeah.
bought that when that came out. Richie Kotzen, Electric Joy. Nobody knew who fucking Richie Kotzen was until he went to Poison. Great album right there. And you got Caius Wretch. It's a great album too. LA Guns, Hollywood Vampires. Way better than Cocked and Loaded. And I love Cocked and
Yeah,
Loaded.
it was another advance in the right direction for those guys. That was a great album.
Yeah, but it got overlooked. The
It
only
did.
thing they got was fucking the Point Break soundtrack with Over the Edge.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
that
let's
album
see.
was
For
forgotten about.
91, let's see, Hurricane came out about that time.
Love Hurricane, dude. Let's
That
see
was
what else.
really
We
overlooked.
know Tesla Psychotic Supper did good.
Yeah,
Soundgarden
that's a
Bad
great album.
Motorfinger did good. Skid Row Slave to the Grind did good. Temple the Dog did good, I think. Uh,
Wasn't 91's the band Soraya? I think
Yeah,
they had a
Cherrier, whatever you want to
yeah.
call it.
I don't see them in here, but yeah, maybe. But then you got Rush Roll the
Love is
Bones.
taking its toll.
Rush did the Bones. Rush Roll the Bones did good, but then you got Daily Roth, A Little Ain't Enough. That's when his downfall started happening. That album was okay.
I don't think so. I thought that was a great album.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But yeah, Queen in Your Window, which is
Becker kicked
good.
ass on that album.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, which fucking like
Eh.
all these other
Huge.
albums are Poison, Swallow This Live. Fuck that shit. Pearl Jam 10, those are the good albums. No More Tears, Ozzy. But then you got again, well, White Lion Main Attraction
Mm,
did okay, I think.
mm.
But then you got bands like Tough. I don't like Tough. Sorry, Aaron Camaro. They suck. But I know you would have liked to see them do better. But yeah, dang it. Also,
Stevie, Stevie Rochelle actually did better with Metal Sludge than he did with Tough.
Yes, he's still living off of Metal Sludge.
Typo Negative, Slow,
Is
Deep,
that
and
is that
Hard.
website even going today?
No, I think he stopped it.
Yeah, I think so. I remember back when they had like Ozzy Stillborn and
Well,
you know
you metal slut, you typo negative fan, slow, deep, and hard. I didn't even heard of that album. I don't even like typo
That
negative.
was before Bloody Kisses. Yeah,
Uh,
just yeah.
Ugly Kid Joe, as ugly as they want to be. They came out then and they did pretty good with that. Van Halen, for all Unpopular Knowledge, was good.
Oh,
And
please.
it just got so many albums that were overlooked in 19, like I said, Kicks, Hot Wire, fucking stuff like that. Fate's Warning, I don't even know this band really.
Well,
Parallels.
That was great. That's one of my favorites.
And
Yeah.
the one of the worst Europe albums of all time, Prisoners in Paradise, which broke up the band, by the way. It's horrible.
I liked a lot of songs off that record.
Really? I thought
I did.
it was a downgrade till they came back to 2002, 2004 when it Dirty Looks
I
is really
agree.
good.
I agree, but I
Dirty
mean,
looks
there was
great.
a lot to like about that CD, if I remember right. I was a senior.
I saw
It
them.
wasn't
I
that
saw
good.
Dirty Looks open for Kiss in
Yeah.
Keene, New Hampshire, of all fucking places.
But let's get it. You know what the events of 1991 was? Poison fires guitarist CC DeVille. Queen releases Into Window. Freddie Mercury dies of AIDS, of bronchitis, pneumonia. Def Leppard guitarist Steve Clark dies January 8th, a compression of the brain from excessive alcohol mixed with antidepressants and painkillers, result of a rib injury.
Yeah,
Extremes
don't
hit.
even get me started on that.
Extremes More Than Words reaches number one. Kiss
Ugh.
drummer Eric Carr dies at age 41. Want to talk about that a little bit, Mooker? Eric Carr.
I mean, that was a very sad day,
And
without
then,
question.
well, he got overshadowed by Freddie Mercury
Eric
dying. So that's kind
Eric
of,
Carr, best drummer Kiss ever had, and I really believe that if Eric Carr had lived, he wouldn't have been in Kiss much longer, and he would have been solo, and he would have done fantastic because he had a fantastic voice.
Hmm.
and Skid Row's Slave to the Grind becomes the only 90s classic heavy metal album to debut at number one on the Billboard charts in the 90s. Metallica's self-titled Black Album becomes the first album by a thrash metal band to hit number one on the Billboard charts. That wasn't a thrash metal album, that was a metal album. Guns N' Roses set a record with their albums Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, top two positions in the Billboard Top 200. Mayhem's vocal, I don't know who the fuck is Mayhem. I'm gonna skip them. Europe released fifth studio album, Prisoners in Paradise. It's Europe's last studio album before they take a long break, which they came back hard. And that's about it for 1991. But 1993, what do we got in 1993? We got the big albums, Get a Grip by Aerosmith. Only Anthrax Sound of White Noise, which brought John Bush into the band. That's an overlooked album. I'm not going to say that right now.
No, it's not overlooked at all.
No, I'm talking about another album. I'm just like, I don't.
Oh, gotcha.
Coverdale Page was an overlooked album.
Coverdale Page was awesome.
Yeah, but it was overlooked, dude. It was totally overlooked.
It is awesome.
Spaghetti
I still
Incident
listen to that today.
sucked.
No.
Spaghetti Incident sucked. God dang, what is 93? Where's the bands I'm looking for here? Oh, they're all in the band. Vince Neil Exposed, Winger Pool,
Great album.
Typo Negative Bloody Kisses, Tool Undertow, which wasn't
Mhm.
overlooked.
Great album.
Great record.
Smashing
Yes, sir.
Pumpkins Siamese Dreams, which wasn't overlooked.
Not bad. Not
But
bad.
you got Shotgun Messiah was overlooked. Violent
That's
New
a great
Breed.
album.
Sepultura Chaos AD, I think was overlooked, which is
Oh, bullshit. That was huge.
that was huge.
That was
Scorpions
huge.
Face the
In my circle of friends and people, it was, yeah.
what is it? Scorpions Face the Heat sucked. Sabotage Edge of Thorns sucked.
No, it does not.
It does
That was their
suck.
first really, really great record was Edge of Thorns.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. And then you got Quiet Riot Terrified. I never even heard of that album. What the
It's
fuck is that
okay.
shit?
It's decent.
Who
It's
was
decent.
Kevin DeBrow on that? Kevin DeBrow
Yeah.
on that? He was?
Yeah, it
I
was
never
pretty
even
much the
heard
whole
of it.
band, maybe Chuck Wright on bass. So yeah.
Well, a
Cavazzo was
great
solo
album
guitar.
was released and Rush counterparts with all the Rush. I don't like the keyboard Rush era, but counterparts brought them back to the top. Fuck you, assholes. You piss me off when I hear
I don't
fucking
know.
Power Windows rules. Roll the Bones rules.
I
Fuck you
like
guys.
Signals. I love Signals. Thought that was a
Signals
great
rule.
album.
Well, oh, come on. That everybody who likes Rush loves Signals. Then you got Nirvana in Euro, which is huge.
Excuse me.
Motorhead bastards nobody listened to,
uh,
except us, you know. Metallica live shit, binge and purge, live box. I need that shit. I don't have that. I need to get that somehow. Living Color Stain. I like that album, but it was overlooked. Kiss Alive 3. That's the album that got me to listen to Kiss, by the way, because I got that as a BMG extra
I
CD.
thought that album, everybody says Kiss 1 and 2, but I thought Kiss 3, at least sound wise, was awesome. The drums on that album are
Hmm.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. It was very well engineered and produced. Um,
I could
I thought Kiss
I
Alive
could
3
do
was
with
just cool.
without some of the tracks on it, but
Yeah.
sound wise was just
Right.
oh.
I I really enjoyed the sound and production of it. I liked the songs. It was cool to hear like Parasite and Watching You and those kind of heavier songs from the 70s reappear in the set. Opening up with Creatures of the Night was
Yeah, but I
fantastic.
didn't need to hear God gave rock and roll to you.
No, no,
I
I
like
agree with
that
you there, man.
song.
It's okay, but yeah, yeah, it's all right. Could have been a better one in its place for sure. But
Did
no,
you?
man. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. Continue with 93.
I'm just saying, Coverdale Page was overlooked, but now it's a cult classic. It was very overlooked. They even stopped touring because it wasn't doing any business.
I thought it was like doing very well because it was all over the radio here.
It
And my
wasn't.
brother had it and his friends had it and my friends
Mhm.
had, I mean like everybody I knew had it and just raved about it.
As soon
But
as I saw it, I bought it. And I was like,
Oh,
Coverdale,
I
hey.
bought that
Hmm.
too. But let's see. I'm looking at Coverdale Page. Let's see what
Then I
the.
find out he's got Denny Carmissimi on drums, and I'm like, he's a great drummer, so let's hear this. And I was, whoa.
Oh, okay. It went platinum in the United States. Wow, I didn't know that.
Then Robert Plant got all pissy.
Well, he got pissy about, and then he's friends with him now, so it's like cool. But
Oh, first he steals my look, then he steals my guitarist.
and then Bullet Boys released a good album called Zaza that nobody fucking knew of in '93. I like that
Yeah, by
album.
then the Bullet Boys were done. They were over.
And they're
that was the
back.
first album that I really was like, oh no, no, I don't know what they're doing with this one. Freak Show was great. Um,
Even their debut
Zaza,
was a good album, but
yeah,
after that it was like, that was one of the bands that just people got just sick of it.
And they got
possibly.
Enough's Enough, Animals with Human Intelligence, a great album. Fucking
Never
nobody
heard
gives
it.
that any time of day. And Dio Strange Highways, man.
Yep.
Woo!
As we talked about.
Yeah. Oh
One of my
my.
favorites. One of my all-time favorite Dio
That's
records
a
for sure.
great fucking album. And he got Guns N' Roses, one of the worst albums ever, The Spaghetti Incident. Can we just forget about that and forget it ever came out?
I already did. Thanks for the reminder.
I'm sorry, reminded you.
No, I mean it's fine. I literally forget that they released that record ever. Always.
I didn't, because every once in a while I hear Hair of the Dog, and I'm like,
Oh,
fuck me.
Son of a
sounds
bitch!
like he's doing something to the dog, but I don't know what he's pulling the hair, man.
Maybe he's fucking the dog. Bestiality,
Oh,
Axl Rose. I don't
oh,
know.
I don't know.
Uh, but then you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Kingdom Come Bad Image. I don't even heard. I never heard of that album. You guys ever heard of that album?
No.
How about the album that got me into Judas Priest? I got this because it was
Point
a
of entry.
no, it was a 93, dude. 93. Columbia House came out. Columbia House, I needed some it was a thing where the I was in the metal section, so they sent me this thing if I didn't put the card in, and they sent me it, and it was a Metalworks 73 to
Oh,
93
that was great.
Yes,
compilation.
sir.
That got me into Judas
Yeah, that
Priest
was
because I said, fuck
like
it,
a
let me
box
listen to
set type
this.
thing.
I still have that double CD
Nah,
that I got. I had never lost that. I never
my
sold it. I
my
kept it.
Judas Priest jump off point was Point of Entry.
I love Point of Entry.
And
You
then
don't
I
like
was like,
Desert Plains?
who are these guys?
You don't like Desert Plains? What's wrong with you?
I said, that's my jump off point. That's where I got into Judas Priest,
Oh,
was that
jump off
point
is
of
when you
entry.
jump, you get off the band.
No, I
Starting
jumped
point,
into the
you
band.
mean starting point. There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
jumped into the band.
You confused
I
me.
got you, Tim. I followed. That was good enough, man.
See?
But
Keep up,
Merciful
Mark. Keep up. Let's go.
Metal Church hanging in the balance. I don't know that one. Morbid Angel Covenant. Uh Love Hate Let's Rumble is a great album and nobody fucking heard it.
But
I
that's
heard it. It's a great
but
album.
that's the problem is by this time, by 91, by 93,
Guns N' Roses are
it was
fucking shit up.
oversaturated. They'd killed it.
No, but the thing is, it was all grunge and shit.
But they'd killed it. They had killed metal.
But then you got one of the best albums this band has ever released, Winger Pull.
Yeah,
This
that's great.
broke up the band right here. This broke up the fucking band.
Well,
Well, that
technically,
didn't.
the record label and finances and business managers that killed them. That era killed them as a touring entity. I mean, they weren't going to fill any clubs. They weren't going to sell any records. But I got to ask the entire band, like literally is, 10 feet away from me on a panel, and I would happen to be in the crowd here at Sweetwater in Fort Wayne. And I asked them about Pole, and they weren't trying to fit to any fad. They just went in recording what they felt. And you got to think they were recording this a full year or better before Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit hit and everything switched overnight. So they weren't playing to the grunge crowd. They like they've been accused of with that record is not true at all. They
Not,
were
not that ain't a fucking
Well,
grunge album.
Metallica didn't exactly help Winger's success rate.
Well, either did Beavis and Butthead. So,
well
It's
it,
like,
it's
but to their
well
credit, they're still going at it.
yeah. It was kind of a sad story for them for a second, but they're so talented. Every one of those guys landed other gigs. They weren't hand them out. They made decent living. So they landed on their feet. And like
they did.
Tim said, they're still out there occasionally doing it, even after retiring from touring, but they're still
Yeah,
out
And
there
one of the
doing it.
guys that doesn't, I guess, got this new Black Swan today. Red Beach
Listen
is
to
on
it
there.
today, buddy. That's a good one.
Fucking rules. Marvin McCauley, Jeff Pilson, Matt Starr on drums. Fucking great album,
Mhm.
dude. I
Joe
have all three
Hoekstra's
of them.
new one's really good too.
Oh yeah, I heard some Joe Hoax, really good shit, man.
Yeah.
But you know what else happened in 1993? Except reforms of Udo for a new album, European American tour at the Refight. I hate it. I don't know, I hate this. Bruce Dickinson leaves Iron Maiden. Wolfsbane singer Blaze Bailey is chosen to replace him.
Mm,
Oh god, that was horrible. Rob Halford of Judas Priest leads the band to start his own project, Fight, which is really good.
very good.
Uh, Michael, I don't
one
know.
album anyway.
Yeah. It's I'm gonna get Chris Oliva of Sabotage was killed in a car crash October 17th by a drunk driver. That's about it for 1993, man. But I'm
But
just saying, grunge came out, and the media and the record companies killed hard rock and metal.
That's not
It
true
should it
because grunge, there is so much hard rock and metal in grunge. It was just a different form, a darker form.
but
It
the
came
thing is
in and
they
killed the sunshine.
now I'll put it to you this way: one of the biggest grunge bands, quote unquote, is Soundgarden.
they ain't fucking
Right?
grunge.
You listen to Bad Motor Finger and tell me that's not a metal album.
It's a fucking metal album.
But
So
you
is
felt
Allison
they
every
were
Alice in Chains
grunge, quote unquote.
every Alice in Chains album is a fucking Black Sabbath album.
Well, so is Soundgarden. So
Yeah.
is so many like
Yeah.
Melvins. Hell, Melvins were alternative grunge, heavy doom before there was alternative grunge and heavy doom. I mean, They're out there. They're just so all of those dudes were so inspired by the Sabbath, by the Kiss, by the Beatles, by so much music. They just kind of brought it into more of a real way. And the music industry had to put a fucking term to it to put it in a genre so they could put it in a record store
There you
in a
go.
certain fucking spot.
It was a
Play it
big
on certain
marketing
radio
ploy.
station at a certain time. And
Yeah.
they can't just call it like, oh, this is a new wave of heavy metal or new wave of hard rock and heavy metal. No, we're going to call it grunge and alternative. And therefore, lumberjacks from Seattle became the look, became the style. You got runway models fucking modeling flannel. And, because that just became, they took people's real lives, real identities, real people, and then made it a thing, made it a
Yeah, it was
pop
nothing but a
culture.
big marketing ploy.
You
That's
know
all.
what?
Absolutely.
You
That's
know
all
what?
it was.
You know what? Another band that got really overlooked is Monster Magnet. They were out about this
Oh,
time.
they're a
They're
great band.
Super
But
Judge,
Amazing band.
here's
Ghost
the
to
amazing
thing,
band.
like,
Infinity is one of my all-time favorite albums
Yeah.
ever, and by them. So
And then you also got like I talked about Mr. Big, Bump Ahead was a fucking great album, man. I love that fucking album. Colorado Bulldog, great shit on that, man.
but
Because people here to be with you, they don't know that this band shreds, and it fucking pisses me off. Same thing
but
with Extreme.
here's the thing, like Moog touched on it. Alternative. Alternative to what?
yeah,
Because you're still using distorted guitars.
right. I think it was
So
just they were
alternative to
trying to
what?
say like
Country?
alternative to mainstream, but you're calling it alternative to make it main fucking stream because you're giving it another name. And this is why you had 120 minutes on MTV because Alt Nation, we got to
But
do
that
the
but that's what
alternative.
I'm talking about is if you're listening to this stuff on the radio, you're not alternative to anything.
No, right, right.
So I don't even know where the name for the genre came from.
Record
Alternative
companies,
to what?
record companies, they made this shit up.
It just
Exactly.
because Nirvana was such a cool, exciting, brand new sound, it could have easily, in fact, all music coexists together. So the 80s music and Nirvana Smell Like Teen Spirit could have very easily coexisted, much like thrash metal and heavy metal coexisted with pop and hard pop rock in the
But
80s. It all
MTV
existed.
separated it and stopped
Right.
playing everything, and they started
And the
pushing
thing
one
is, you got
thing.
something like Nirvana hitting like a fire, man. Okay, well, all of the new execs coming into the record companies at that time said, okay, man, Poison, all of this glam makeup bullshit. This is old hat. These guys are dark, raw. They smell. This is the new thing. And they needed a new thing because all of the 80s they were killing themselves, to be honest, and their numbers
Well,
would
I
have never
said they,
sustained.
the by 93, rock and roll and metal and whatever you want to call it was saturated. It was oversaturated.
Mhm.
It's by bands like
Nirvana comes along.
Britney
Now
Fox.
I listen to Nirvana, I listen to Teen Spirit and all that shit, and I'm like, I don't understand where it's new. Because
It's
they're still
not.
using distorted guitars, they're still using big heavy drums, they're still
Oh,
using
look,
screaming vocals.
all the only thing that
I don't get
the
it.
industry terms of grunge and alternative, man, all of those bands were doing was just re repackaging or representing
Rehashing
hard rock
shit.
and heavy metal. It was just a different
They
way
weren't
to
even
present hard rock
representing
and
it, they
heavy
were just
metal. Like you
presenting
said,
it.
distorted guitar, big drums, screaming vocals, rebellion. It was all there.
Thank
You
It
you,
know,
was
so
all
Black
there. And people
Sabbath.
shit on it because they go, oh, grunge killed this or that. No, man. People listened they drank the Kool-Aid on the genre. Oh, grunge, bad. 80s hair metal's where it's
And then
at for
I
me.
hear and then I hear
Grunge killed
bands
it.
like Alice in
Can
Chains
we
come
say?
out,
Can we say?
Soundgarden, and I'm like, this is rock and roll. This isn't alternative to anything. This
Can
isn't,
can we just admit, thank you, Black Sabbath?
well, thank you, Black Sabbath, for everything. I mean,
Yeah, thank you, Black Sabbath, with all the music we love.
thank you.
Thank you. Except for Rush, they weren't Black Sabbathy, but I'm just saying, all this grunge shit was all fucking down-tuned shit that Black Sabbath started.
But
And that's all they were doing is taking
I
the
didn't.
influences of Sabbath and Zeppelin and Beatles and even some of the pop sensibility out of the 60s and 70s, and they were just pushing it out how they felt. And it was a little dirty, it was raw, it was
Yeah, to
still
a
heavy
newer
down
audience
tuned.
because
Yeah.
everybody had grown up by 93 and the new audience needed to come in, because you got to keep recirculating your audience in order to make money. And
And then we get
but I
all these
just,
fucking pop
by that
fucking
time, by 93, I was 30s, in my 30s by that time, and I was like, I don't get it
you're
because
only 5 years
this
older
ain't
than me.
this ain't nothing but rehashed Judas Priest and AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
understand it. They're playing the same three chords that every other band has played. They're playing it the same way, distorted guitars. To me, alternative is the complete opposite of what somebody else is playing. That is the definition to me of the word alternative. So if you're trying to be alternative to rock and roll, you're playing
rock and
country.
roll. You're playing rock and roll.
You're not coming out with a guitar strapped around your shoulders. You're coming out with a sitar
Yeah.
or a
Nirvana did a
ukulele
lot.
or a banjo,
Nirvana actually copied Cheap Trick.
or violins or something like that, and they weren't. And I was like, and they were distorted and they were, you
Go
know,
go listen to Gonna Raise Hell by Cheap Trick, and don't tell me you don't hear any Nirvana in that song.
Yeah. Hey,
Dream
everything.
Police, don't tell me you don't hear any Nirvana in that song. Nirvana fucking ripped the fucking off of Cheap Trick and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
yeah, because I was just gonna say, but like you listen to Nirvana, at least for me, especially like the album In Utero, I hear Black Sabbath.
I hear Black Sabbath, I hear Cheap Trick, I hear the pop,
And
I
it's
hear the
like they were
doom.
doing this back in the early 70s, for
They
Christ's sakes.
they mixed Cheap Trick with Black Sabbath, Nirvana. They
So,
totally mixed it.
yeah, and they
It
didn't get
just
it.
like, I mean, Kurt Cobain was a fan of so much music, and I think he just made a great casserole of good music
He
out
loved
of
Cheap Trick.
Nirvana.
He did love Cheap Trick a lot.
Oh yeah.
So
He
he
had
loved
very
Black
pop
Sabbath.
sensibility.
Yeah.
He got that from like the Cheap Tricks and the Beatles and that kind of thing. They had the nice guitar like attack, and that came from Sabbath, in my opinion. And I mean, you hear it in bands like Weezer, even. I mean, they were supposed to be huge or
Well,
alternative,
Weezer tells you that their influences. Van Halen is one of their huge influences. So, and
oh fuck
Kiss.
yeah,
Van Halen and
yeah.
Kiss is one of their huge influences. So
And he also
they don't
likes the
shy away
60s
from that.
wop, so yeah, yeah. It's all
But
over the
I
place.
never understood the whole grunge thing because to me it's just,
Right.
Rock and roll.
like Billy Joel sang, it's still rock and roll to me, you know.
Yep.
Oh,
Still
And
rock.
so right. And it just annoys me when people like just immediate well, okay, some people immediately sit on country. They shit on country because they must, it's all about tears in my beer and bullshit. Well, not every
I was
country is
singing that
bad, but
song today, by the way.
yes. But but when people hear grunge, they're just immediately will put a wall up. And I'm like, no, no, man, you're missing it. You're missing it. Listen to Soundgarden, listen to
Alice in
Alice in Chains,
Chains.
listen to Pearl Jam, for fuck's sake.
Screaming trees, Mother
yeah,
Love Bone,
Screaming
yeah.
Trees.
Screaming
That's a good one.
Trees, Mother Love Bone. Oh my God, Mad Season, that
Mad
little
Season, yeah.
dysfunctional super group. It was amazing. Yeah, so much good stuff out there. Don't put a wall up, man. Don't put a wall up, kids. Just because you don't like the genre, just because it doesn't sound right to you, don't
I
put a
didn't put a
wall up, man.
wall up around grunge. I put a wall up around Nirvana because
I agree with that.
I didn't I didn't like it, but I couldn't get past the fact that these guys are grunge, and I'm like, what the fuck does that term even mean?
Right.
What,
Yeah.
Well,
huh?
the only thing that gets me pissed off at Nirvana is that they say Kurt Cobain is a fucking lyrical genius. Go read his lyrics and get back to me. They suck. I'm sorry. Those are
Now
the.
he's got some good songs
He's
that
got some
aren't nonsense.
gobbledygook lyrics.
Sometimes,
He
man.
ain't no Paul McCartney and John Lennon. I'm just saying he ain't no fucking
He ain't no Neil
Robin
Peart, I'll tell
Zander
you
or fucking
that.
he ain't no Robin Zander or fucking what's the guitar player fucking Cheap Trick? God damn it, I just
Rick,
Rick
Rick.
Nielsen. He ain't
Nielsen.
no Rick Nielsen. I'm just saying there's he
But
ain't no fucking Jerry Cantrell. Jerry
but
Cantrell wrote way better lyrics. Him and Lane Staley wrote way better
I
lyrics.
love the
but
lyrics to Heart Shaped
to,
Box. I think those
to
are
his
pretty nice.
credit,
I said he has some good
to
lyrics, but
Cobain's
most of it
credit,
sucks.
he wasn't trying to be any of those people.
No,
Nope.
but you can
He was
hear
just
it in
trying to
his
be Kurt
influences.
Cobain.
You can hear it in his influences.
Oh, that,
Cheap Trick and
Everybody
Black
should
Sabbath.
plays to their influences, man. Everybody.
Cheap Trick and
Everybody.
Black Sabbath and the Beatles was Nirvana.
There you go.
All right, man, let's
I'll
get the you want to get the fuck out of here, guys? Got anything else to say?
I don't.
no.
All right, man. Take us out, Mooger.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, comment. I promise to have a video over to you, Mark, sooner than later. It's just been busy.
I get it. Let's go, man. See you guys on Sunday. Well, not you, Well, I'll see you on Sunday, Mooger. Later.
You got
Bye.
it. Bye bye, guys.
Peace.
Peace. See you on Sunday, Tim, for BS.
Bye.